So it's been a few years now since I started this channel, and I've loved every minute of it. I know I don't post very often, probably once every few months, really, and when I feel like it's important or interesting. I've not created this channel to make money, otherwise I'd be posting every other day. It's always been about trying to help, and it's helped me as I've been going along too, to make a living at writing and publishing books, whether that's low-content books. I've never really done a no-content book, but whether it's low-content books or whether it's fiction, non-fiction, I've got all kinds of books out there, nearly 300 as it happens. And I've got a number of bestsellers, which is always good. You can look at bestsellers however you like, but I like. But there's been so many changes since I started this. We've now got AI. We didn't really have AI when I started these videos. Not like we do now. Not where it's actually in everything you do. Pick up your phone, you've got AI wanting to interact with you. You've got AI for doing your... Well, I mean, it's not the best way of doing proofreading, editing, that kind of thing. It's always good to leave that to a professional. But nowadays, you don't know who those professionals are, because there's so many of them that will just simply use ChatGPT or Grok to put your text in and let it come out the other end. Maybe give it a quick looking over, maybe not. But either way, it's still probably going to be better than what you've done yourself, unless you're using AI. It's a funny time, it really is, and I kind of feel sorry for all these editors and proofreaders that must spell checking anything, really. That must be so hard to make a living. But then again, it's so hard to make a living for everyone, and the changes that are happening in industry with AI taking over, jobs to be lost. But I want to know how you've been doing in all these years that I've been doing this. What's helped, what's not helped, what I could do to help. And that's what it's all about, really. But I want to know how you've interacted with AI, how have you incorporated it into your publishing? Has it been worth it? Are you making money now? Are you doing much in the way of fiction or non-fiction? Meaty, if you like, books on certain subjects. So if you're doing, say, how to do books, I find those kind of books have the longest life, and usually are quite evergreen, unless it's even gardening. You might think, well, it's only for the summer. It's not gardening all year round. But if you're good at something, even if you've got something as a hobby, I'd recommend you do that kind of book. Do a book on that and celebrate what it is that you do. Help people learn what it is that you do, and you do well. Because when you try to pick a subject that's, let's say, new to you, you've not got a clue. Let's say you've never cooked a piece of toast or grilled a piece of toast in your life, and you want to create your own recipe book with your own recipes. It's going to be a tough one. And it's the same with carpentry, say. Let's just say carpentry. You might have made a little jewellery box in school, and you want to write a book on carpentry. Unless you're using AI all the way through, which isn't recommended to complete a whole book, then you're going to struggle. Stick to something you at least have an idea with, really. So, yeah, and really this video is all about asking you how you've been doing. Have I been helping? How can I help more? And just to let you know, I'm still here. I have my other project as well, which is keeping me busy, the Chippy Tour. So I go out and review fish and chip shops all over the country, over 150 now since last year. And it's a great project because, okay, it cost me a fortune. I don't make any money on it, but it's helping our traditional fish and chip shops. It's important to have a project that means something to someone, that can help someone in some way. And that's the beauty of writing, because in this room here, it's just my office. You know this office by now. It's gone through a couple of changes. I've blown a monitor recently, and that's a new monitor. My tortoise is now this big, when you'd have seen it, say, this big. I still feel comfortable in here. I can get an idea. Someone can suggest something to me, or I could be talking to someone about something, and I'll quickly write that down so I don't forget. I go, you know what? I'm going to write a book on that. I know something about that subject, but I need to learn some more. I need to investigate a little bit more. And then I'll put a book together. And it might take me a few months to do while I'm here like this, nice and comfortable through the winter. And I'll put that book out. I don't know whether you're doing the same thing. But anyway, I just thought this would be a nice time to have this little chat. I do wish you well. Keep doing it. This is now, if you've been doing this for a year or two, this could be your career. This could be it. This could be the thing, you've been always wanting to do. But then there's the other side of it where people really couldn't give a hoot about the writing. They just want to make a few bob. Knocking out some books, colouring books or whatever, children's books. And they don't really care about the writing. Well, that's fine too. Because, it's about surviving at the end of the day. You're going to want to make a living. And even if this is a bit of a side hustle for you, you might be surprised how addictive writing is once you get into it. And there's all kinds of information in here. So, okay, that's it.